This sounds like a one-off, but this skateboard company actually made clown shoes for over 14 years. What's up guys? My name's Levi, this is Shred Shop connecting you to skateboarding, and today we're doing 9 of the weirdest skate shoes ever made. In this video, we're gonna cover some of the weirdest skateboard shoes that have ever been made and some of the weirdest companies that have tried to jump on the bandwagon. Harley Davidson. In the 1980s, Harley Davidson tried to break into the skateboard world making skate shoes. They released an entire line where every single shoe was named after a different model of motorcycle they made. Here's the thing, the shoes actually look kind of dope. They look skatable, they must have been contacting the right people. If you guys are motorcycle heads, some of the models they had were things like the Sportster and the Heritage. I think they kind of missed an opportunity when they didn't call one of their shoes the Fat Boy, labeling all of you sweaty old chunkers out there, it's your pro model. Next is Savier. I don't know how to pronounce it, roast me in the comments below, but basically poutine heads, I think say Savier, and all you other people who just hit the beach all winter long, you probably say Savior. I don't know. These are some of the craziest looking shoes made with the wildest materials. If you guys like the new Yeezys, you know, those big old bulky ones, you would have loved Savier shoes. They're this big for size 8. There's so much padding, so much plastic, and terrible colors. Basically, the shoes made indestructible out of rubber for skateboarding. The owner of the shop had a pair, he was hyped on them, he rocked them to school, he's sitting in his desk, and some girl turns over to him, points at the shoes, and says, "Ew, what are those?" He goes, "They're skateboard shoes, they're called Savier, they're meant to last forever." And she says, "Why would you want those to last forever?"
Boom, roasted.
That girl was spitting facts. You guys have been into skateboard stores, right? You've seen the Nyjah shoe. Looks pretty cute. Well, we put it into Ancestry.com and we found out that its mom and dad were the first Nike EQ shoe and the Savier shoes. Outcomes? Nyjah. Clearly, third time's a charm. Rubber tennis shoes are better than big old asphalt potato shoes. Next, World Industries shoes. They're puffy, they're dumb, they're clearly disgusting. They're last week's leftovers mixed up with a bunch of spam. Let me know below. Next is any shoe with a lace cover. Listen, I get that they're practical, but don't wear them anywhere near a really pretty girl or a job interview. Guaranteed, no job, no smooches. Next, the D3 2001. They sold people on the helium airbags, but I do not know what people were thinking. These shoes look like a dinosaur.
It's okay, it's dead. Nobody move a muscle.
If you want to see a video about the superpowers that D3s give you, check out this video right here by Evan Burke. Also, an honorable mention, a huge shout out to the SAG athletic gear by Osiris. If you didn't know, it was shoes and pants that Velcro together. Peter Smolik was on one. Let me get some. Next up, Clark's skateboarding boots. Fashion boot brand Clark's in the 1970s released a skateboard boot, broke onto the scene. The ad says that they consulted 2 sports science professors to design the boot and make sure it had all it needed. You know who they didn't consult? Anyone with any fashion sense whatsoever.
Well, I guess the look I'm best known for is blue steel.
What's that look like?
Although when you look at the toe, they look pretty bulletproof. We're talking kickflips for years. Next up, 02 shoes. These shoes were unique to say the least. Let's start by saying they had a great team. They had Ed Templeton, Mike V, and a bunch of others, so they were backed by the right people. But these shoes were covered in all Velcro. The opposite side of Velcro, and then you would take these patches that came in the box, ollie patches, and you would Velcro them to the right place for where you do your tricks. They looked ridiculous, and in theory might have been an okay idea, but it just didn't land. The thing is, Velcro is pretty strong, but it also attracts things you don't want, like dog poo. Try to clean that out of there. Walking through your messy room, your beanies, your socks, they're all sticking to your shoes. You're taking them with you to school on the bus. Basically, if you wear your cell phone outside your pants on a clip, these are the shoes for you. Next, ice cream shoes. There was a crazy demand and popularity in the sneaker market for these shoes, but that's because sneakerheads love absolute piles of crap to put on their feet. These were DJ Khaled's favorite shoes. The color palette for these shoes were picked out by a bunch of dogs. If you guys don't have pets, dogs are colorblind.
Some of us go through life without seeing color.
That's because you're colorblind, Brian.
They were also made of plastic, really shiny kind. So they look cool at nighttime, and when you skated them, they still looked really cool. Next, the Airwalk gym shoes. They had a crazy concept. Let's make a skate shoe completely out of tennis ball material, you know, the fuzzy kind, and one made completely out of basketball material, the rubber kind. Airwalk definitely experimented with some crazy materials, and these are the worst of them. Although those green ones, I'd cop.
Shut up and take my money.
They also made full plastic gym shoes, kind of like the same material as ice cream. Airwalk also made some Ronald McDonald looking bowling shoes. Speaking of some wild whack looking shoes, we bring you Vans footwear, list of weird shoes. In the 80s, Vans kind of lost their way. They started exploring a little too far outside of skateboarding, and they started to check out some other sports. They made Vans football cleats, Vans running shoes, Vans baseball cleats. They partnered with ACS to let out Vans roller skates. They got in the breakdancing market, and they let out Vans breaker shoes. They kind of look something like what a jester would wear. We're talking medieval clown style shoes. Speaking of clown shoes, Vans made clown shoes. This sounds a little crazy. At the time, they're making $10 deck shoes that people are skateboarding, right? Well, they let out a clown shoe that cost $60 a pair, which at that time was way above everything else on the market. Sounds like a joke, like a one-off, right? They made clown shoes for 14 years.
I love skating them.
Those are sick, man. Those are so sick.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. If anyone has a pair of these, please, for the love of everything, send it to us. We'll make a video of us skating them. I need them. I need them. They might fit my size 12 feet. They might be a little small, but please, I need them. Anyways, we can't deny it. Vans is a juggernaut. In the 1970s, they even made shoes for the US Air Force. They can do whatever they want, and we still think they're cool. We love Vans, and we're happy that they found their way back to skateboarding. Guys, I'm Levi. This is Shred Shop, connecting you to skateboarding, and you just watched 9 of the weirdest skateboard shoes ever made. As always, buy skateboard shoes from local skateboard shops. Go and find a local shop. Stay out of the malls. Purchase from them. If you want to follow us on other platforms, check out @ShredShop or me personally @LeviSwitzer. Stay tuned for Comment of the Week. Oh, we got a spicy one.
Why is it spicy?
Holy, it's from my dog, Sam Cupper. He says, I'm going to purposely wet myself, giving me a UTI. That's how excited I am for this video to drop. Listen, Sam, we get that all the time. People peeing themselves, pooping themselves, sitting in their own poop, waiting for the premiere video to drop. Listen, I've done it. I've done it. I peed myself just now. Thanks, Sam.